Good morning, everybody. What is up, game changers and soul warriors? People who make a ripple in this world. How are you today? Today is a beautiful day, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tune in today and do some twin flame energy love and some general love to everybody. But there's a reason why, okay? So, my name is Juniper Bloom Mystique. I am an ascension master, master healer, and divine guide. I am the one who brought about the ascension, okay? As complicated and as off the wall as that sounds, it is actually very real. Everything is on this channel in which you find this video posted upon. And I encourage you guys, let me just make sure that my speakers are working good. Sometimes I use headphones and leave a little thingy in there, and I'm like, oops, they couldn't hear me at all. But I encourage you guys to take a check out on this channel, okay? I have an ascension playlist where everything is kind of posted, mostly everything. I haven't filled in it all yet. But what they are is they're workshops. So I had a Kundalini Awakening in 2019. I'll just do a quick recap before I get into the message for today. I know some of you have heard this time and time again, so just bear with me. And a lot of people do work with me, okay? So everything I have done has been witnessed and felt and experienced and processed as well by others. And they're working their way through the ascension too, right along with me. So it's a very beautiful experience and journey. So I want to tell you that it is very real, okay? And I have a beautiful twin flame. But it began by, I have a beautiful twin flame. So I just want to acknowledge him today. For no other reason than just to send love and to let him know I felt his love. And I appreciate it. But on my journey, it began with clearing Mount Shasta. This painting also was done by somebody else before the journey began, and we didn't know what it meant, but we do now. So it was clearing Mount Shasta, part 1 and 2, which I'm probably going to show you guys part 2 soon, just so that people can have it to be witnessed. So these happen in workshops. Like I said, it comes through me and to me. I never know what's coming. I didn't know the whole entire time. It was part of my awakening. I sat on Saturn and rose Atlantis with Hermes. Hermes was right by my side on that one. That's when I met him in the energy. I had no idea who he was at first. Really, truly, I did not. And then after that, I had actually died in Atlantis and I cleared my contract. Then I went on to activating pyramids. Now, Mount Shasta was a false concept, and I began activating the pyramid in Fiji first, which when everything had happened to the earth that originally happened, they took the root chakra from Fiji and the triangle with the eye, the all-seeing eye from the God's portal, and put it over a very dark portal. Okay, so that was one of the main things that I undid, but there were many. Then I undid the false concept of time, the moon, and the sun, and I began returning all of Christ's light and the light codes to which they belonged. I repaired the crystalline grid to masculine and feminine. Then I began uniting my twin flame and I, Jesus and Mary Magdalene, and undid the false Holy Grail. Okay, so I know how Jesus really died. I know what the true cross is and why they depict him dying on the false cross, which was actually not true. All of this has happened on my channel or through my workshops, which I've posted. The Return of Christ one actually happened on this channel live. It was on Christmas this last year. I didn't know that was coming either. You can see I never really know what's coming in these. So that is who I am. It's gone so far as to activate multiple pyramids all over the planet, rebuilt the crystalline structure underneath the pyramids, to clearing the Nile. Okay, the Nile dried up in the energy through my workshop on June 23rd or 24th of this year. Okay, and then the portals of heaven opened up, the gates of heaven for everybody in the collective soul to ascend to here on earth. So that's what the ascension truly is the return of Christ. My lifetimes that I've had to clear, and I talk about what the gates are and what you guys need to do in order to ascend, to have power, not fear, right? It's to give you power. It's to help you rise above and to help you feel free and to once again feel love, okay? There are, challenges we have to meet, and these are soul challenges. And one of the biggest ones, well, what it all really reflects upon is love. Can you love unconditionally no matter what is coming at you in this world? And I've 444. I just had to test myself. We're always tested through this thing. Okay. I cleared Adam and Eve, Jesus and Mary Magdalene, and Sekhmet and Horus. Those were my lifetimes that I had to clear. for the ascension. So all of you have all of your lifetimes wrapped into this one, so that way you can clear the shadow pieces, the components of your karma, to rise fully into love, to let go of judgment and fear and anything that was not of God, that just simply doesn't belong because it was part of a false concept of your reality, which is what they call the matrix. And so welcome. That is who I am, and that is what I have done. And part of that beautiful journey is a twin flame union. Okay? The twin flames are all the 144,000, right? They are the warriors of God. They are very important to this ascension journey. Okay? Now, if you know my story, I actually lost a twin flame. My first one did die, and I got a new one as a walk-in. And it's never an easy journey. This journey has not been easy because I'm taking a 5, 7, 10D, a higher frequency relationship, and I started uniting them in a third dimensional reality, my DM and I. And the original DM from back to the time of Adam and Eve had a black hole in his heart. And so in the end, I did save his soul, but he chose darkness. Okay, and that's why he ended up leaving this planet. And I got a beautiful walk-in. So I do like to tune in every now and then, especially on Thursdays, to do a twin flame union. Today is August 3rd of 23. So please do check out the channel, you guys. It's all very real and relevant and purposeful, meaningful, and it truly is about letting go of judgment and full circling back to love. Unconditional love. Now, again, like I said, I've been tested myself time and time again. And I was tested again today. I've had something so horrible come my way. It looks like the end all of end all, right? And I know this has to do with kind of what's going on the twin flame journey, but also going into the gates of heaven, because I've cleared my entire collective contract. My karmic contract has been cleared. And so what happens when you actually get to go into the gates is each portal you're lifted up through, and you're tested through each one. Do you choose love over shadow? Do you choose love over shadow? Can you rise above the fray? Do you choose ego and the false concept of money, or the false concept of reality? Or do you choose to grow as an individual, let go of all of that muck from lessons learned, and rise into love? I chose every time. I have defeated my own shadow and that of the collective soul. Mt Shasta Part 2 really did undo that once and for all, okay? The whole entirety of what I did. And so what happens when you get to the gates, the final gates, the 13th gate, which is the gates of heaven, that is what they had closed off, right? And then I closed all the 12 gates of darkness. And what happens, I've got to walk 2 people through so far. Now, I will tell you, in my heart, I can tell that some people are already rising to that throughout the collective soul, right? There have been a couple more that have entered into the gates. I can feel it. I don't know who they are necessarily, not externally for you guys, but what I do is the heart review. So when you get to the gates, because I opened them, okay, that is who I am. I brought about the ascension. I cleared the Nile. I've done all of these things. So when you get to the final gates, God does a heart review to see what you cleared and if you can go through, because you just need to be pure. And so all it's truly about is, and some people are already pure, you guys. Some people already have always chosen love. They don't have many karmic lessons to let go of. Okay, so it's easy for them. However, star seeds, soul warriors, they have more challenges to meet. My twin flame and I had a lot to overcome and meet, because we were clearing out the entire collective shadow. Okay? They ripped us apart. They ripped Adam and Eve apart. They ripped Jesus and Mary Magdalene apart. They ripped Sekhmet and Horus. And when you consider, it was all the same soul. Okay, and that's true. And they're twin flames. They took away love from this planet. That's what happened to all of you. Okay? So love is very, very, very important. To be able to feel love, to be able to be love, every bit of it is very important. Can you rise above the challenges and do nothing but love? And this morning I had a huge challenge come, and my initial reaction is like, oh my gosh, what is the point, right? You're supposed to have all these blessings. And the most beautiful thing happened is I felt my DM. I didn't know if he was okay. I didn't know what's been happening on that journey. Some of you might know, it's been a difficult union again for the second DM. And at times, right, he shies away from love. We all do. because love can be scary. We don't know it anymore on this planet. We kind of forgot sometimes what love is and what love means. And so when you rise to that gate of heaven, you get your heart review. Like I said, that I'm the one that holds the key. I don't necessarily have to meet you, because it does happen in the energy as well, because I have felt a few more go through. These are just individuals who didn't have a lot to clear, right? But for the most part, very few people have gone through yet, because they've only recently been opened. Your whole contract from the karmic play should be cleared, okay? It should, if you had any karma, if you had any choices into the shadow in the past or anything like that, that is what you're working through at this time. Your task is to choose love over anything else, and it's not always easy, okay? And so when people struggle, it's never a point to judge them. It's a point to know that maybe they were hurting in their heart space. Maybe they've had instances in their life that have been very difficult, and it's become difficult to see love or choose love in those instances, okay? And so truly, it's about what they measured up in. It's a heart review. Did you clear all your karma? Did you choose love through those gates? And then you get a key, and that God gives you the key. I give the keys, 1111, and then they go through the gates. Okay? And I mean, maybe I came off a little sad the first time I talked about this, but truly it's a beautiful thing. It's about power. It's about giving you your power. And the twin flames really do matter through all of it. Okay? So my goal today is to be able to help everybody understand more of that deeper love connection. Twin flame unions are totally different than karmic relationships. They're completely different. Mine and my DM's union is a very special relationship. It is a divine union. It is one under the pretense of God. Okay, our contract, I was actually married to my DM through God. That was a very cool experience that happened about a year ago. So, I recommend that maybe even just watching those videos. They are on my channel in the Ascension playlist, because it was a pretty cool thing. He and I were here to change the blueprint of love, to bring back God and to bring back unconditional love, you guys. And so I want to just do a very special message for the twin flames. And today I went into a place of what is the point of all of this, again, because it's just challenges sometimes, right? Like it's challenge after challenge we have to meet sometimes, and some of us more than others. And it's like, gosh, even when you go through the gates, I met with another challenge. But it's truly a challenge of love. Can you just respond in love? And maybe we're not perfect. Maybe things can be scary. Maybe things can seem difficult. But I still choose love. And then all of a sudden, my DM I was hearing this song. And I was like, is that him? Like, is that really him? Because I don't feel like it's a different person. I feel like it's still the same twin flame. And I was like, if it is you, and I felt love, and then I asked for a different song, and I got a different song immediately. And it helped me so much, you guys. So it's so important to have your twin soul. If you are a twin flame, it's a very special thing. It's a gift. It's a gift from God. It's true to represent to the love that we house and the love that we truly feel inside and that we represent. Okay? And so with everything, can you choose love over any obstacle? Can you choose love over every obstacle that presents itself in your life? It doesn't matter what is being taken from you, even if it's a smoke screen, or what is happening around you. Do you choose love? Do you choose freedom of love? Love truly isn't scary. It seems like it is because we've never had it really here. It's been taken away, right? It was not an easy place to live. Karmic relationships are not usually filled with a lot of love. They're filled with a lot of lessons. And so rising into that frequency of higher forms of love and understanding, it's different. It's an inward journey. It's an inward journey of accepting healing and love, just like the ascension is. Okay? So a twin flame union should occur naturally, not forced. It should occur through love. It should occur through choosing love. It should occur through choosing the choice of love over everything else. So how about you? Do you choose love? Do you choose to see through a lens of love? I do. I have been again and again and again. And I just keep getting stronger at it and quicker at it and better at it to choose to see nothing but love. to choose to see nothing but love. Does that mean to not necessarily protect yourself? No, boundaries are important, but it should be boundaries within love. To understand that people only do things out of pain and misunderstanding, as long as they're of the light, right? There are some individuals here that weren't meant to be here to begin with. So majority of those that will leave weren't meant to be here to begin with, right? And there's some really cool things happening in Israel. I don't know if you guys are paying attention to this. That was Jerusalem. That was, where the Holocaust and all that kind of stuff occurred. It's where Jesus kind of was taken down, where he lived. And it is also where the Garden of Eden resides. I don't know if you guys know that, but I go there a lot in my healings and in my workshops. And so I've kind of thought about doing a workshop too for all of you, like not a workshop, guided meditation to dip your feet into the water at the Garden of Eden. And it's going to rise again. And so there's this unrest going on in Israel. There are people preparing like this third synagogue or this third thing for the return of Christ. Psalm 38, I think, is what I saw on something, but I didn't read it yet. It's talks about the prophecy. So the final prophecy, I guess, has already been met. That sparks the end of days or the end of ways. And really, truly, what it is the end of anything that's not love. Don't you guys want to feel love? Nothing but love, nothing but acceptance, nothing but growth together in unity instead of separation. There is no judgment from God. God doesn't judge. That's man. Only men judge, not men, like not men and female, but it came from something that was not of God. The shadow judges. God does not judge. So they call it Judgment Day, which is false. That makes you afraid. Like, oh my gosh, I got to be perfect. Oh, sunshine, I'm not perfect. I don't think anybody's perfect. Even people who have pure hearts, I did, and I still had to meet challenges. So just because you have a pure heart, you still have to rise to the challenges, right? Of self-growth, being able to see love no matter what is being presented. So it was a really good feeling, and it really did help me this morning. Because twin flames, like mine and my DMs, is so powerful. It's something that nobody else will be able to touch, but everybody else get pieces of. And so it's like this, we're connected completely with like this and combined during the time of Jesus and Mary Magdalene, right before I united them. And then our chakras all combined, my new one and my DNA combined from the original one. And so it's a very, very, very deep connection. We have telepathic, but that's baseline, right? Like, I feel his heartbeat. I feel his anxiety if he has any, and I'm sure he feels mine, right? Or fear. I feel like it's not too personal. Like, I don't know what he's doing in everyday scenarios. I don't know how he talks to people necessarily. I don't know what he feels of me because I haven't really got to talk to him yet or anything about that. But I can tell you it's a very strong connection. Now, what I do and what I work on causes growth within my DM as well. So twin flame unions should only occur if you're truly working inward, choosing love, choosing to rise in vibration, choosing to love yourself on deep levels, and focusing on self-growth and joy and balance from a heart-centered place. Once you do that, union should occur. It should never be external, okay? If it's forced or things like that, I mean, it's not love necessarily, okay? If there's fear of love, it's hard for that union to occur, which I feel like is what happened a little bit on my journey for the second go round. But today I felt him, and I wasn't even sure like what was happening. I haven't felt him a lot lately. And, I felt some things hit me hard. It was like another test or whatever. We're all tested, okay? And right now I'm in the gates. I've already crossed the gates of heaven, and my contract was dissipated, and I got the key, and then they told me that I hold the keys for all. But I'm still being tested in love. We can't respond with anything but love. And Spirit told me that too. And at first it was a little hard because I am alone, and I felt like, I wasn't recognized on this journey for who I am and what I've done all the way, right? And if the DM is showing love my way, more people see who I am. And so that's a little harsh, right? But through that, can I still see them through the lens of love? And yes, I can. So I was like, I was like, I just felt so much gratitude that I felt the same DM, which tells me he chose love. Okay. Love is very, very important. It's complicated and simple. It's complex and intense. True love is truly intense. It's felt to the depths of your soul. And you know how they would say love never means saying sorry? That's ridiculous. You know, love is still about, there's languages of love. You know, everybody has their own language of love, and learning what that other person needs and feels and wants, and taking the time to get to know each other. And it's a dance. It's like a dance. And it's the same kind of thing of a dance of like fear and self-sabotage. It's all a dance. And so what energy are you dancing in? Are you dancing in ego and fear and sabotage and excuses? Or are you dancing in love and you allow that to surpass anything that is not that? That is the challenge. Can you bypass some of these lessons and just simply rise to love? If it's true to your heart, right? But you're still tested, just choose love. Choose love every time. 2111, 2112, I've seen 1111, 1333, and 444 on this video. So it's very validating. So I kind of just want to do a quick tune in also to give a message to all twin flames, okay? Malachi is very important. He's a leader of the 144,000, and so is my twin flame. So am I, okay? We are the god and the goddess of the sun and the moon. You guys, that's who we are. We hold the Ankh. They gave it to me and my twin flame in the Nile, okay? And even through my DM's challenges, there's still so much love there, okay? So can we rise in love? Let's see. Let's see what the cards have to say, where we are at with the twin flame journey at this time. Freedom. Big changes are occurring right before your eyes. Okay. Choices are being made. Things are being seen and rearranged. And union is in the energy. Show me what else we need to see for the twin flames, please. So we have the sound of the universe. That's the first one that came out. Okay, the sound of the universe. We're all connected. And so when you choose love, when you rise in love, it creates a ripple effect of love. That's what the universe is truly built on. That's what we're in right now, okay? And that's why I say it's super important to rise in that love. And this also represents like the Merkaba. The Merkaba is the balance of the masculine and feminine, okay? It is an important thing, very much so. All right, I like this. One more from this deck, and then I have another deck as well. Twin flames is truly about being all that you are and feeling love in everything that you do. Remember when I was a teenager, I viewed love differently than everybody around me. And I never fully understood why, right? Like I never fully understood why. I like those. I like those. All right. I think one more from here. But I get it now. It's because I was never made for karmic relationships. I was never made, it's not who I am. I'm a very high frequency being. So I always knew my worth. And I think that's a big part of it, is that if we don't feel our worth, it's really hard to feel and accept love. So it's never forgetting your worth for all twin flames. Never forget who you are and the power that resides in you. Because if you are working on you, everything else should follow through. So for this deck, we have, again, the sound of the universe. Masculine and feminine. Emanating love through all of those energies. Then we have balanced forces, right? Being in balance is a very big deal. And that's a challenge in itself. Can you remain in balance through obstacles, through the ascension, through heart-centered measures, even when maybe we weren't to begin with, right? Luminescence, vibrating that love, vibrating from the heart space, Star seer, being ones who see things that others do not, being open to further energies that are beyond what meets the eye. Okay. You have crystal keys, right? Truly about, again, like feeling into the energies around you, allowing yourself to rise and to awaken further. And this is like further development. 22, to become one, right? Truly allowing yourself to rise through the muck, almost. Like I almost see this as like the Lotus card. We have alignment. You see how there's two dolphins there? Alignment to the divine. And then soul star chakra, which is merging with the divine. Okay. So merging into the higher frequencies of love, evolving. We have evolution. There's evolving going on here. Merging into the higher frequencies of love. We've got balanced forces going on here. Vibrating of nothing but love. It's super important at this time. That's what I was talking about. Luminescence. Okay. Make sure you are vibrating of love. And that is like, I've gone through so much. It can be so challenging at times. Like, how can I feel love when nobody sees what I've done, right? The whole world seems to be against me. The DM doesn't understand how much I love him. Like, these things are in the energy. You know what I mean? And through that, through the muck, could I be like, oh, screw it all. Nobody cares. I'm done. Or can I still go, ah, and emanate through love? Okay. That is a challenge. Maybe yours is slightly different. Can you emanate love when everything is coming against you of the opposite of that? Can you still choose love? Can you see beyond the illusion to know that there's way more going on than meets the eye, right? Can you truly, they want one more from this one. Can you truly choose love? One more that we need to see for the twin flames right now that is in the energy, please. So it's aligning to the divine, aligning to your higher frequencies, making sure we are emanating love is super, super, super important, okay? Letting go of all expectations and fears and judgments and things that do not belong. The sound of the universe, the true frequency of the universe. Super important to align with that, okay? And then we have, again, transformation, right, into the higher heart chakra. So it is truly about accepting higher frequencies of love at this time. Completely being reflected, and it is completely what I was talking about in my message, okay? I don't really need the cards, but they sure are a great visual, and they do help reiterate and add anything else maybe we're missing in the message, right? Now I have one more they wanted me to pull, or at least one more deck to pull from, which is the Elemental Oracle. Are you ready for love? Oh, baby, are you ready for love? Are you ready for love? And it's because of my new DM that I see higher frequencies of love. It truly is. He has helped me. He maybe didn't reunite with me yet, but you know what? I thank him. So this was the other part. I love this. Discipline time. You see this card is my favorite time. My favorite card. Time. It's a discipline card. Okay? Can you stay in discipline no matter what is coming against you? And that was a test of mine as well. Can you stay in your patterning? Can you stay in your balance? Even on my birthday, you guys, like, it was so empty feeling. Nothing seemed to go my way that day. And it was, can I still be in balance? Can I still represent love even when love is not being given? Can we be disciplined in our journey to not let anything take us out of the way, right? Not to let anything take us out of that. Whoa. That's discipline. Time, right? Make sure that you are in balance with what you do and you're in discipline and nothing can take you out of that. It's like when I was a kid, right? Like I did 4 years of high school in 2. Okay. And I remember, like, I didn't go out with friends. I didn't party. I was in high school. I studied and I did homework and I hated school. So I did all of them in 2 years so I can get out. Because at that time they did actually take us to court. So as crazy as it sounds, I started dropping out in the 8th grade. I was like, screw this, I'm done. I think I started homeschooling because back then they didn't have such a thing. And I refused to go. So they were sending this tutor to my home once a week. And she would give me this homework. And that's how I finished the 8th grade. And then when I went into high school, like, I hated it. And I was like behind by the time I started showing up, because they're like, we're going to take you to court. And I'm like, fine. But I got to court and the judge is like, I don't think I'll see you here ever again. And because by then I was already doing good. So I went from, I forced them. I'm like, I don't want school. Like, I want to do this fast. And so they put me in this program. They bypassed the waiting list. It was called EOP, Educational Opportunity Program, where I could go at my own pace. And I did that and the regular school. And I literally did 42 credits in 2 years. What should take you 4. I did it in 2. And I remember my dad telling me, put your books down and go party. Go hang out with your friends and go be a kid. And I was disciplined in that. I was like, that's a waste of my time. Did I have friends? Yeah, but I wasn't a partier anyways. I never was. My DM was, the old one, but I never was, right? And so that's a prime example. No matter what was coming at me, no matter how many people made me feel bad for what I was doing, they even told me I couldn't do it because it's never been done before. I was like, watch me. I had 2 graduations. I walked with my class, even though I was like 2 years behind. And I literally completed high school in 2 years, what should take you 4. And that's what I'm talking about, discipline, okay? If you want the ascension, don't let anything stop you. Don't let anything take you away. Stay in your boundaries. Stay in your balance, okay? And don't let anything change your mind. Know what you're working for. Know that what your worth is. And you see all these keys through the time, and this is what I talk about, the keys. Did you guys see that? I don't know if that was an orb or a fuzz. That was really, there's no air in here, and I'm not working in dust. Like, you know, like I didn't pick up dust. That was weird. I don't know. Maybe it was dust. I don't know. Sometimes those orbs aren't really orbs, but sometimes they are. So I'm curious to watch that one back. That was very strange. But time, discipline, okay? If ascension is what you want, don't let anything take you off. And you see these keys, it's just like I talked about. You get a key. Through every gate, you'll call your power back when you choose love. And you get your DNA activations. And then when you reach the gates of heaven, you get that key into the gates. It's such a beautiful experience. And if that's what you want, make sure you're disciplined in that. Don't let anything take you out of love, okay? And passion. Passion. You see how there's like water falling from her eye? You know, sometimes we gotta let go of grief to feel our passion. Let go of fear, have freedom and passion, okay? And then we have richness, marine life, richness, abundance, union, unity, all inclusive. This card really makes me think of all inclusive. You see all the fish that live together, they coincide, they coexist, and they don't judge each other. Some are blue, some are black, some are purple, some are green, some are see-through and creepy and have this light thing that floats in front of them. You know, and they all coexist. That's a really good one, and I got chills. And then we have ignition fire. Power ignition. Let your power ignite. Stay disciplined. Do not let anything stop you, no matter what is presenting and what is coming in for you. And this is for all twin flames, but anybody really. Okay? Be disciplined at this time. We have to be disciplined at this time. That is the main message for twin flames that they are putting through here. Make sure you are emanating love. Make sure you are being disciplined at this time. Union is expected to occur. Okay? My new DM isn't supposed to live outside of that contract. He was chosen for that reason. So they are pushing for it. But it's not against free will is what they're telling me either. So be disciplined. Okay? Richness. Know that it takes all kinds to come together in love and union. That's important. And that's all God is asking. It takes all kinds to come together. It doesn't matter if you're yellow or purple or green or women or men or enjoy women and you're a woman. And none of that matters. Do you understand? We've gotten out of balance, I'll tell you that. But that's the only thing that matters. Okay? It does not matter what you are or who you are. What matters is coming together in love. True passion of the soul, expressing your passion, allowing your fire to ignite, illuminating love, balancing that masculine and feminine, and uniting with your higher light. And I saw 444 right then. So be disciplined, twin flames, in nothing but love at this time. Balanced forces must unite, because that is God's love. Okay? So much love. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you next time. If you like what you see, and if you're really curious to know who I am and ascend and maybe watch my videos, hit that like and subscribe button and stick around, because you never know what you're going to find. I have the proof of all I say, but it takes time to witness and watch and process it anyway. So do us a deal and stick around. Okay? Till next time. Hasta la vista, baby.